Imagine a mushroom cloud blotting out the sun, a chilling testament to humanity's capacity for self-destruction. Nuclear weapons, the ultimate expression of power, capable of leveling cities and altering the course of history. But how did we create these instruments of unimaginable destruction? And what are the answers to the questions that still haunt us about their existence? Nuclear weapons harness the immense power locked within the atom. Fission bombs, like those devastating Hiroshima and Nagasaki, unleash this power by splitting heavy atoms like uranium or plutonium. This splitting, a chain reaction, releases incredible energy. Fusion bombs, however, take things a step further. They mimic the sun, fusing lighter atoms together to create even more powerful explosions, measured in megatons, thousands of times stronger than fission bombs. Imagine the difference between a firecracker and a volcanic eruption. That's the scale we're talking about. The sheer difference in destructive potential between these two types highlights the terrifying escalation in weaponry throughout history. Nuclear weapons derive their immense destructive power from two primary nuclear processes: fission and fusion. Fission involves splitting heavy atomic nuclei, such as uranium or plutonium, into smaller fragments. This process releases an enormous amount of energy due to the conversion of a small amount of mass into energy. As described by Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared. A chain reaction is initiated, where the neutrons released from one fission event trigger further fissions, creating a rapidly escalating release of energy. In contrast, fusion involves combining lighter atomic nuclei, like isotopes of hydrogen, to form a heavier nucleus, also releasing vast energy. Fusion reactions, as used in thermonuclear, hydrogen bombs, produce significantly higher yields than fission bombs, resulting in immensely greater destructive power. The difference is staggering. Fission bombs, like those used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, measured in kilotons, thousands of tons of TNT equivalent, while fusion bombs are measured in megatons, millions of tons of TNT equivalent. This difference reflects the superior energy release of fusion over fission. Tactical nuclear weapons, smaller and with lower yields, are designed for battlefield use, whereas strategic nuclear weapons, much larger and more powerful, are intended for targeting enemy cities or military installations. Nuclear weapons are a terrifying reality, not science fiction. Their destructive capacity stems from the immense energy unleashed through nuclear fission or fusion. The devastating consequences extend far beyond the immediate blast. A blast wave creates overpressure, flattening buildings and shattering infrastructure. Simultaneously, intense thermal radiation ignites fires, causing widespread destruction and severe burns. The lingering danger of nuclear radiation leads to long-term health issues, including cancer, genetic mutations, and environmental contamination for decades to come. The socio-economic impact is equally devastating, causing mass displacement, economic ruin, and societal disruption on a scale unseen in history. These catastrophic effects underscore the urgent need for global cooperation to prevent their use and proliferation. The catastrophic consequences of nuclear weapons demand immediate and sustained action from all stakeholders. Individuals can advocate for stronger nuclear non-proliferation policies, supporting organizations dedicated to disarmament, and educating others about the risks. Governments must prioritize diplomatic solutions to international conflicts, invest in verifiable arms control treaties, and commit to reducing their own nuclear arsenals. International organizations like the UN should enhance monitoring capabilities, strengthen sanctions against proliferators, and facilitate dialogue between nuclear-armed states. A collective commitment to transparency, accountability, and a shared vision of a nuclear weapon-free world is paramount to mitigating the existential threat posed by these devastating weapons. The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, signed in 1968, stands as a cornerstone of international efforts to curb the spread of nuclear weapons. Its primary goal is to prevent the further proliferation of these devastating arms, while simultaneously encouraging disarmament among states already possessing them. However, the NPT's effectiveness is challenged by several factors. Some nations, despite signing the treaty, have pursued clandestine nuclear weapons programs, highlighting the limitations of verification mechanisms. Furthermore, the treaty's emphasis on disarmament has proven difficult to achieve, as nuclear-armed states are often hesitant to relinquish their arsenals, citing security concerns. International organizations like the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, play a crucial role in monitoring nuclear activities and enforcing the NPT, but their authority remains limited. Effective disarmament and arms control require sustained global cooperation, trust-building measures, and a commitment to prioritizing peaceful resolutions over military threats. Nuclear weapons pose an existential threat, demanding urgent action for disarmament and international cooperation. In your opinion, what innovative strategies can we pursue to mitigate this global danger and foster lasting peace? Share your thoughts in the comments.